An invisible field is waiting for you to make connection to it so that it can give you everything that you do not have in your life. I am making this video for my past self who used to go out and cold approach women in order to attract them. I want him to understand that there is a better way. Most men in our society do not have an amazing dating life. And in order to attract girls, they try to accumulate money, they try to do looks maxing, social status maxing, they try to learn all these psychological manipulative techniques. However, all you have to do in order to get an amazing dating life is get beyond your body, get beyond your environment, and get beyond your time. Because only when you transcend these three things, your body, your environment, and time, you are going to make a connection to the invisible field that has everything that you have ever wanted. Once you are able to make connection to this field, you will be so blessed in your life that people around you are going to think that you're just getting luckier with women. The first thing that you have to understand is because you have a body, you can see that there's another body in a certain distance from you, and you think you guys are separate from each other. You can perceive your environment through your five senses, and that is why you think your environment is so real. And because there is a sense of separation or distance between two bodies, there exists time. So, what I want you to understand is because of your body, environment, and time, you believe you exist in a physical, material universe. But once you are able to go beyond your body, environment, and time, you are no longer bound to the physical universe. Now, the rules of physics do not apply to you. Cause and effect is a rule of physics. You make a lot of money and then you will get a lot of girls. You chase a beautiful woman really, really hard and then you are able to attract her. These are all the examples of cause and effect, but this only applies if you are bound to this physical universe. If you are able to operate as a pure consciousness who is not bound to this physical universe, you can break all of these Newtonian rules. Once you are able to become meditative, you will no longer be bound by the compulsions of your body. You will no longer feel the sense of your environment and time. At that point, you are pure consciousness. And when you are pure consciousness, you are connected to the invisible field which has all sorts of possibilities. Now you can use your imagination and emotions to breathe life into whatever possibility that you want. As a pure consciousness, if you start imagining that you are already living your perfect dating life, the women that you want are already in your arms. They are already complimenting you. They are already touching you and kissing you. Then this possibility that exists in the invisible field starts to get activated. And if you are able to feel satisfied, joyful, and grateful that all of these imaginal activities have already happened to you, then this possibility starts to get outpictured into your physical world as well. You have to understand that everything that you can see in this physical world currently has always come from this invisible source. And as a human being, you have a divine gift of being able to connect to the invisible field and create whatever you want in your physical world. This is why yogis called our physical world as Maya. Maya means illusion. Our physical reality is an illusion because we can completely control it through our disciplined mental activities. And I understood this during COVID lockdown. At this time, I was dealing with anxiety, panic attacks, depression, and some days I felt like I just did not want to exist in the world anymore. I felt like my whole life was already predetermined by my past traumatic experiences and genetics. But by complete accident, I found this book called The Biology of Belief. This book introduced me to an idea that my emotional state is always either upregulating or downregulating my genetic expression, which means my body, my biology is subject to my own mind. When I learned this information, I immersed myself in the study of mind body connection. And all the experts of mind body connection were telling me the exact same thing, which is my mind not only influences my body, but it is actually influencing my whole physical reality, the life circumstances, the life events, life situations, people that come in my life are all getting influenced by my own mental activities. This idea was not just interesting to me, it could actually explain my whole life, because when I looked back, whenever I was drowning in the emotion of negativity or guilt for a sustained period of time, all of a sudden my life went to crap. Relationships started to become chaotic, people used to treat me bad, and life felt like one big problem after another. Conversely, when I used to feel happier, confident, light, life used to feel easy. Relationships flowered, and people used to be nice towards me. So this was not coincidence, this was not random. I figured that whatever goes on inside of my own internal world of thoughts and feelings always shows up in my external world. When I understood this, I stopped going out in order to cold approach women and attract them. I stopped reading all these weird psychology books in order to fix my mental health issues. Instead, I simply learned how to change my inner world. I learned how to meditate correctly. And when I did that, all these annoying mental health issues started to lose their grip on me, and my dating life became effortlessly easy. So, when you hear the word meditation, you do not have to think of some guy who is living at the top of Himalayas, wearing some yellow robes, doing some hand mudras, and just breathing. Meditation is just a way to get beyond your sense of body, environment, and time so that you can become pure consciousness. And when you become pure consciousness, you can create any life circumstance that you want to experience using your imagination and emotions. But before diving into meditation, there is an uncomfortable fact that you must know about this world. There are three levels of men in our world. The first level is called the uninitiate NPC. This guy does not know that he can fulfill his desire of attracting beautiful women in his life if he simply becomes meditative. He focuses on upgrading his looks, money, social skills, but his dating life will suck forever. However, if life decides to initiate this guy by exposing him to these kinds of videos, then he has a chance to ascend to level 2. The level 2 man is called the awakening creator, because he now starts to awaken to the fact that the only thing that is holding him back is the sense of his body, environment, and time. And if he is able to transcend these three elements, then he is automatically connected to the invisible field that has everything. So he learns how to meditate, he learns how to visualize. But the problem is, after his meditation session is over and he opens his eyes, he immediately starts to become desperate. He starts checking his phone to see if that girl has texted him back or not. However, there is the third level of men, and this is where you should aspire towards. This level is what I like to call the master alchemist. This guy knows that feeling is the secret. He has learned the art of Yoga Nidra. If you do not know what Yoga Nidra is, it is a process where you guide your attention through your body parts until your body achieves a state of relaxation. Your breathing rate slows down, your brain waves slow down, you get an access to your subconscious mind, you are connected to the generous, eternal present moment. The master alchemist knows how to provide all the sensory vividness to his visualization act. He can vividly imagine that the dating life he wants is already his. He can visualize that the girl he wants is already in his arms. She is already complimenting him, saying things like, "Oh my God, I'm so lucky to have you in my life." He can even smell the perfume on these beautiful women's bodies inside of his own mental drama. His brain starts to believe that all these wonderful things are happening to him in real time. He convinces himself of the truth of this imaginal act because he can provide all the sensory vividness to his mental drama. He has a disciplined attention, so he mentally rehearses this imaginal act over and over again until he starts to feel the elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, victory, satisfaction, and thrill. He can sustain these elevated emotions for a long period of time because the longer he can be in this elevated mood, the faster he convinces himself of the truth of his imaginal act. Then his imaginal act must get externalized into his physical reality because that is a spiritual law. The best part is, after his meditation session is over, he is not desperate. He simply lets go. He lets the world reshuffle itself until whatever he has visualized actually materializes in his physical reality. He confidently expects that all of his imaginal acts must happen in his life. Now, if you're listening up to this point, you belong to one of two categories of guys. The first one is you understand everything in this video intellectually, but you go back to your life and you repeat the same old pattern. The second guy, you are ready to let your nervous system experience what it is like to become a master alchemist. If you're the second guy, listen to me carefully. I have created something called the emotion pill, not as content, not as motivation, but as a guided meditation experience. This experience is going to put you into the exact state that I have described. You are going to notice that your body has relaxed, your breathing rate has slowed down, your analytical, chattering mind has stepped aside, and you are able to generate all these elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, victory, satisfaction, thrill without any effort. The best part is you will come out of this meditation complete and whole and satisfied because only this feeling of satisfaction, not desperation, is going to rearrange your reality completely. I have kept this experience paid on purpose because free information is going to create spectators, but a paid experience creates true transformation. If you want this 6-minute guided meditation experience emotion build, just click the link that is present in the pinned comment section down below. Write me emotion pill and I will provide you all the details. Now, I also offer one-to-one personalized premium coaching for a few men who are ready to upgrade their dating life in the fastest rate possible. These men have already gotten some sort of monetary success in their life. They have already applied all the superficial advice that society likes to give to men. They have gone out, cold approached women. They have worked on their confidence. They have upgraded their social skills. But they have come to realize that real attraction can only happen from your internal state. So, if you want to work with your subconscious mind, your imagination, your attention, your emotions, and you want to change your self concept at a root level so that your attraction towards girls becomes effortless and natural, this coaching is for you. Just send me a text by clicking the link that is present in the pinned comment section down below, and we will get started quick.